Hello, hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Faith and Despair. Today we're going to take a look at more things that came up during the convention, and we're going to jump right in. The first thing that we want to change is whenever a player damages their own creatures with the spells, we're going to show a little bit of a tooltip. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to add the tooltip to the localization file. That's what we're going to do. And then if first spell played, wait a minute, wait. On spell played, if damage creature, let's try it again. If creature damaged and source was a spell and tip not seen yet, we're going to do it. 早上好, hello Task Chao, how are you? Hello Rene Punk, hello. Was the min slept today? I slept the chamomile. I slept the chamomile. Does this count? Woke up with howling wind outside? Oh my god. That's not good. First you have sandstorms, then you have howling winds. What is going on over there? What are they trying to tell you? Are they trying to tell you something, Taskless Chow? What are they saying? Okay. Are you living in the Sahara Desert or something? He lives. Wait a minute. I'm not saying where you're living, but I would say no. I would say no from what I've seen. From what I've seen. Anyway, if creature is damaged and source was a spell and tip not seen yet, we're going to show the tooltip. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add the tip here. Tooltip. Tip tool, what? Tip number 3, tip number 9. How many tips are there? 11, 12. There's no, okay, tip 12. Tip 12 is going to be, tip 12 is going to be, you're damaging your creature's face. Something like that. You're damaging your creature's face. If you want to do that, that's fine, but you need to be aware of that this is happening. Anyways, are you looking forward to the weekend? What are your plans? Du schaust deinen Geschöpfen face. Oh wow, that is poetic. That is poetic as. We're going to import that. Open language asset. Replace. And then we need to open our code. You live in a place pretty near desert. Oh. Scripts card game manager. There we go. So we're going to find the spot where a card gets damaged. I was just thinking about, you know what, maybe today is the day where I'm going to refactor part of the code and move it into its own class. We will see. But, maybe not today. Card CS, the 9,000 lines must survive. IE numerator hit. So, here we are. This is, okay, we have a few options here. I think we should prevent this from happening altogether. So maybe it's on spell plate. If the target is a creature, an ally. Yeah. then we should prevent it. So, let's see. Card Game Manager. On Spellplate. Alle Verweise suchen. Is this where... Yes. Yes. Activate card on card. But this is too late. Pick ally. Pick a card. Maybe that's it. If target card is in hand, put card in front. What are we gonna do here? Get active card. Pick a card. Okay. Oh, it's called target ally. 1 second. Okay, target ally. If it equals spell, play spell for target, okay? Card activation sequence. Oh my god. Okay, if Greetings Stars Blechman, how are you? How are you doing? Are you looking forward to the weekend? It is, after all, Friday. And we all know what we're gonna do on Friday. We're gonna get down. If target card is ally creature. There we go. And picked card is spell. I mean, it is a spell, but anyways. And here's the thing. Has seen tooltip. Has seen cutscene. Okay. And not has seen cutscene. I'm gonna copy all of that. The weekend is my game dev, but I do expect it. Oh, nice. So what are your plans? What are you currently working on? Any exciting features? Or are you just working on whatever comes up? This is going to be tip number 12. Show tip number 12. I'm going to click on it, but then change it so we know roughly where it's going to be. Show tip 11. Now I assume this is a bit complicated, but just copy it. Just copy it. Duplicate code. What can go wrong? Anybody know what can go wrong? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. This is our game, but we're working on a third one. That's going to be our first 3D game. Oh wow, that is exciting. Yo, what? Samurai Standoff. That's really cool. Underneath, coming soon. Underneath, it's a fast-paced stylized Metroidvania situated in a poor underground city. Collect trash and loot, explore an expansive urban wasteland, engage with fascinating characters, and make choices that will affect how Emma's story will end. For better or worse. Oh my god. Oh my god. Is she gonna die? But that looks cool. Welcome to Turnip City. This is, he does not look like he has good intentions. Choose your side of the street. Damn. We're still developing this. Stay tuned. I love the statue. That's really cool. If we don't collect enough garbage, she might die. Wow. That's really cool though. Fast-paced, stylized Metroidvania. I wish I could see a trailer here, but that looks really cool. Definitely very unique. I have not seen a Metroidvania with a character like that, and you know, with a surrounding like that. So that's really cool. How long is the game? How long is the game going to be? And I think, did I see this already? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I saw this already. Quick tutorial in the game. This reminds me of the Kirby standoff game. Do you guys know this? Kirby standoff game, NES. But it doesn't show. It's too much. Anyway, that's really exciting. This was the first project. It was too big, so we did the other game. That's a lot similar. It's a copy of Kirby Samurai. That's cool. Oh, so this is not. Oh my god! But are you still working on it though? Interesting. So you decide to make this? Okay. But you work on a third one. That's yeah. So this one, the next one, is going to be the first 3D game. That's really exciting. I have like this one is a little bit in 3D, but the next one is also going to be first person and stuff like that. So it always takes a bit of a transition time, you know, learning Blender and stuff like that, learning new tools, learning how to UV wrap, and then hating all about it. UV unwrapping is the bane of my existence. Can I show this in the center? Show center. Can any of these be shown in the center? I think so, right? We are working on the Metroidvania, but slower. The artist from the Samurai game will continue helping on underneath. Nice. So it's gonna get even more art. This is the prototype of what we are doing. It was done for a game jam. We want to redesign it. Cool. Survive and find the relic. Switch between devices using numbers. The scanner detected in a camera alerts you. I'm not sure if we can run it. Can I? 我可以. 我可以. Apparently. Spooky space horror. Oh, exploration mode, survival mode. Oh. So survivor is spelled with an A. Oh my god. That's really cool. That's really cool. What can I do here? Hold E to scan landing probe. That's really cool, guys. There's a typo. Okay. I'm just saying. I want you guys to succeed. That is why I'm saying that. Oh. Does it mean there's something there in that direction? Maybe. Wait, have I activated the sound? No. Wait a minute. Brave. This name is already in use. Brave 65. It's not the best on the web. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry about that. Remove. I need to add a new sound source anyways. Beta. I don't know why I don't know why the sound source always gets removed. That's always a little weird. But anyways. It's not your, it's just a plugin we use. That's not your. No. It is working. The sound source needed to be added to OBS. It's okay. It is working. I hear it in my earpiece. Oh, you can sprint? That's really nice. You wanna... I might start doing weird sound glitches? Okay. Oh my god. What is that? What? That is cool. Can I scan it? Hello? Hello, I want to scan you. I hope I'm going in the right direction. I'm trying to find the relic, right? There's nothing here. And I cannot take any photos. That's fine. I really like the atmosphere. I like the pixel shader what you have, and I like the colors that you chose. It's really oh my god, that is cool. Wow, that looks like a Scientology church. No, that looks really cool, dude. What the hell? Wow. Can I scan this? Can I do anything? Just you have to jump the stairs, which reminds me of one of my games where I had the same thing, but on purpose. It was it was to annoy the player. Uh-oh. Hello? Are you friendly? To scan the relic? Wow, what? There it is. The relic has been scanned. The atmosphere is really cool, by the way. The atmosphere is cool, the colors are nice. Like, everything is very cohesive. This could be potentially be very a very cool game. Wait, do I have to take a photo of this as well? There's another relic, but it's more or less the whole loop. Okay. Ah. Oh. The only thing that I would also change is the fact that the weapon can go into the wall. I think the easy trick is to set up a second camera or something like that. But you will find a solution. No, but this is really cool, very promising stuff. That I really like that you go through the fog and then you slowly see like a building like that. That looks really cool. Very nice. Yeah, cool game, man. I should follow you guys. I would advise picking a different name though, because at the moment this sounds a little too on the nose, almost like you're not really serious about it. Maybe you are not serious about it, but this could potentially be like have a name like Iron Lung or something like that. So, I don't know, the relic of the gods or something like that. Something really cool. But yeah, that is a really promising thing, man. A really promising prototype. Very nice. But is it not jank that's expected from Retro? We are considering if it's really a consideration. If the weapon disappears, I don't think this is something like even retro games were kind of aware of that and not letting you hide your weapons in the... I don't know, like look at GoldenEye 6064 or something like that. Did the weapon disappear in the wall? I'm not sure. Like some jank, pretty good, but letting the weapon disappear into the wall is almost like... it takes you out of the immersion, is what I'm trying to say. It takes you out of the world. And you're trying so hard to make a believable world with the ambience, with the fog, with the sound design, and with the shaders and stuff like that. And then your weapon disappears, and you're taken out of that. You're taken out of that experience. So I think this is worth fixing. We're thinking Phobos, Moon of Fear or something like that. Alright. Ah! Yeah, that could work. I imagine it could even be something like... it could even be something like this, where it says Phobos with a Doppelpunkt, Moon of Fear. Maybe like this. Could work. I can see that working, yes. Yeah, really cool idea, man. You can do a lot with that. Alright, back to the happy fun game. Yeah, that is really good. A really cool direction, I would say. Let me import that again. There's a lot you can do with this format. I don't know. Are you planning on having like enemies? Not like enemies that you're gonna shoot, but things that follow the player around, or like, for example, I imagine that if you scan one relic, then you have to take the data back to the base. And while you're doing that, you're being chased or something like that. So every time you scan something, you're being chased. And as soon as you're back at the base, then the entity disappears or whatever. Because the base has a, I don't know, an entity EMP. I have no idea. But something like that would probably be cool. Because then you know that as soon as you scan the relic, the chase is on. Hello Tarok, thank you very much for the sub. 8 months, holy moly. Time is running fast. Well, thank you very much, I appreciate it. Dankeschön. Today we are looking at a bunch of other things that came up at comics. And I'm currently implementing a tooltip. Just a regular ass tooltip. I've also slapped the mints today, the chamomile mint. Child soon on the roads and a lot along here. Oh. Okay. Child soon. Today is a rainy day and it's just so cozy. Just sitting at home and working on stuff. It's very cool. Just what I like, you know? Just what I like. I'm going to go into a fight. This is not a fight. That is not a fight. Sacrifice this. Is this a fight? No. This is a shop. I'm going to buy a shield. Because why not? Skip that and add an impulse. Oh, we already have impulse here. Let's put a creature out. And then I will... Wait a minute. Wait. Let's take a look at the code again. Ah, there's no return yet. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. There's a return. Because the moment you play a spell on your creature and you're damaging it, I want the spell to not be able to not be played at all. You will just get a reminder. Would you like to damage your spells or something like that? Or what was this? You're damaging your creature's face. Okay, right? And then, if you really want to do that, you can try to do it again. That's fine. But the first time you're just gonna be reminded about what you're doing. In the survival mode, there's an invisible monster that you are alerted to its presence when the camera screen glitches. And you can flash it to make it go away. But playtesting showed people didn't notice the monster died without explanation. We did not want the player to learn how to use the tools on his own, so we'll need to design it better. Okay. That's funny. Died without explanation. It's almost like a meta horror game where players die without expectation. They die in the real world. But yeah. Probably it cannot be, yeah, it cannot be invisible. That's probably the truth, yeah. There is an invisible monster in, gosh, what was this? There was an old horror game. There was an invisible monster, but even with that invisible monster, you could see the footsteps in the water. You probably know which game I'm talking about. So even if it was invisible by itself, you could see where it was currently going by seeing the footsteps. So maybe, even if it is invisible, you could have dust cloud steps approaching you. You know, that could work, because then you still don't need a monster, you don't need a model for it. But you could have dust clouds for the footsteps for the monster that is chasing you. And that could give the player some hints as to where the entity currently is. And that is, I guess, cheaper than having a model, a monster model. And it is probably better because then the monster is in the heads of the players, right? It is all in their imagination what the monster will actually look like. So maybe that's the solution. I don't know. But here's the question: you said you can use the camera to flash it to make it go away. Is that in any way, shape or form inspired by Cry of Fear? Or was it just a random accident? Random coincidence. Okay, let's try it again. Maybe this time. Maybe this time. Continue. Hello Process Chaos, how are you? Make player imagine NPC models to save time and effort. You're a genius, sir. I'm a genius. Nobody has ever done that before. You're damaging your creature's face. There we go. You can do it, but you will see the tip first. That's really good. That is really good. Now the problem is, it happens with every spell and card, picked card only has, enemy target model 5 blah blah, give material healing, luck armor, low health, has offense actions. I'm gonna say has only offense actions. That is a new one. Has offense actions. Public pool has. It's by a fatal frame. Ah, alright. Doing good. Alright, good to know. In a way, the game is basically Slenderman, since you need to find 20 pages and there is a monster that is always there. I mean, that's good. It can just be Slenderman, but in space. And again, I think you really have a cool style going on there. Hello, Teabag. Greetings, Teabag. I have slept the chamomile today, as you see. What's up, Task? How are you? Are you all excited about the weekend? What are you gonna do? Are you prepared for Friday? Because you gotta get down on Friday. Currently watching a German solo dev working in Unreal. Oh, at first I was like, wait a minute, is that me or? That's not me. Gosh darn it. If has offense actions and not has defense actions. Return. I just realized it doesn't matter. It only needs to have offense actions. Wait. If it has offense actions, then it will hurt. Yeah. Anyway. Hoch die Hände Wochenende. Indeed. The joy of coding. Hello, the joy of coding. Let's take a look at the IKEA ad. My God. My God. yeah, maybe if he's still there in in a few hours, maybe we'll maybe we'll rate him. I don't know. We will see. But currently, I only see an Unreal ad, so I don't know. We will see. Oh, there you go. Holy shit, that is a lot of crazy stuff. Anyway, are you trying to be inspired, Ludwig? Are you trying to be inspired for your own Unreal adventures? I am going to, wait a minute, which profile am I on? Because I need to test this again. Wait a minute, let's see. I am on profile number 1, okay. Profile number 1. I learned some Unreal stuff already, and yeah, nice. Yeah, that is really cool. One of the benefits of watching somebody make a game in an engine that you wanna use as well, you always learn a lot of stuff. I don't know, it's very, very cool. He's also fixing bugs right now. always fixing bugs. It never ends, guys. It never ends. Tip 12. Scene tips. Tips? Huh? How do I tip? Scene cutscenes. Oh my god. Wait. Tip 12. It's not added yet? What? Wait, are you saying that I can see it again? No way. Let me reload you. Reload. And fix that. Scene cutscenes. Tip 12. It's not here, what? Tip 11. It's also not here. Isn't it in the code? Add scene cutscenes 12. There it is. I'm confused. I am confused. Just thank you for following. Well, thanks to him for thanking me, I guess. Oh, indeed it... Wait, what? Because it wasn't saved yet. Sure. Okay. So... now it should be here. Right? JSON tool, JSON format, scene cutscenes. Thanks. Thank you for the follow. Joy of coding. Thank you very much. That's how it works. That's how it works. Somebody recommends a stream, and I was like, I need to follow this guy, so I remember to maybe rate. Indeed. Scene cutscenes. It is still not here. Tip 12. Okay. So maybe I can try. Let's just restart. And let's restart, and I'm gonna try playing a spell with a defense action. And then I'm gonna play a spell with an offense action. I have officially logged in on a Mama Teabag's laptop. Not gonna skip Sheep Day just because I'm not at home. Sheep Day. I love that. I'm so confused watching streams, hearing two voices. I'm going insane. Exactly. You're damaging your own creatures. There you go. I think this is really helpful. I love it. Now you can still damage your own creatures, but not the first time. The first time, Death will be like, what are you doing? What are you doing there, sir? And hopefully that fixes all of the confusions. This happened more often than you think. Like people expected to move a spell with impulse onto their own creatures to increase the attack of their own creatures. I don't know why, but it happened. It happened more than once, even at the latest comics event. So yeah, we gotta educate the player. Now I was trying to figure out why that is, but I mean, I think the easiest thing is to just tell the player, you know what, you're damaging your own creatures, and that's it. And that is it. The next one on my list is going to be end turn, the highlighting of the end turn. I think this is really... I think this should be very easy. How is your health? My voice is still a bit scratched from the sickness that I was down with during the convention and after the convention, but it's slowly getting better. You're working on your beta issues. I'm working, so this is, I have several issues here that came up during the comics event. And it's more or less related to onboarding, where I'm trying to iron out the friction points, where people are like were confused and stuff like that, because at the convention, I just let players sit with the game and I did not interfere whatsoever. And every time I noticed them hesitating or being confused, I made a note to myself, and here I am currently trying to figure out how to get past these confusion points without, you know, being annoying or being too obvious, or I don't know, not letting the player play the game. And sometimes it's just, you know, for example, this time, the first item here now is, there was one guy who did not find the end turn button. Like, everything was in place. He had the creatures on the lanes. He was trying to make the creatures attack by moving them onto the enemy. And he even pressed undo and did it all over again. But he never pressed end turn. So what I'm gonna try and do is in the first fight, in the first turn, if you have all of the creatures set in place, I'm gonna highlight the end turn button, like it's just glowing a little bit to give attention to it. And a lot of these small things that hopefully will make the onboarding even better. I think it's already very good because people can already play without my interference, right? So I mean that speaks for the game, I would say. But it can always be improved. T-Bag is like, oh, he didn't find the end turn button. It's really fascinating, but I assume that this player didn't come from a background of knowing about Slay the Spire. So, because Slay the Spire, to my understanding, is like the first game that had the end button to the right. I'm not sure, that there are probably other games that did this as well, but like in this context, like roguelike deck builders, and having this end turn button to the right is kind of like a Slay the Spire thing. Because of Town with the sickness. Ah, okay. Ooh-wah! Ooh-wah! Alright. But yeah, let's take a look. End turn, make it glow if you have creatures in the first turn, and okay. So there is another setting where the inventory button glows. And the inventory button, I think the inventory button is glowing when you are in the second round, but you haven't opened your inventory yet. Open it, inventory. Open it, inventory. Ah, has opened inventory. There it is. There it is. So if you're here, show tip 6. No, that's okay. As open inventory is true. I don't care about that. Show tip 6. Tip 6. Play click sound, show arrow. Play click sound. There should be a highlight. Highlight. Retro. Ah, there it is. Inventory Button Highlight. Cool. Alle Verweise suchen. Set active to true. Oh, so this exists in the scene always. That's fine. Yeah, this is okay. This is tip 6. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a new one, and this is going to be for the end turn button. End turn button. I don't really care that there's another reference. It's fine. I'm working on a little project and making big steps towards a player prototype. Can you give me some advice how to have test play people it? People test play it and how to get feedback. I mean, friends I can ask directly, but I guess I need to describe additionally what it's about as the UI and art, and everything is mostly placeholder that I made myself. Okay, Well, first of all, I think if you can, are you working with Unreal? I forgot, or was it Godot? Anyway, I would absolutely find a way that your game has a WebGL build, like an HTML WebGL build. Unity, okay. So you can upload it on itch.io and have people play it in your browser, so they do not have to install anything. That is, I think, really, really important because it removes friction and you can just send a link around, right? That is, like, both of these are really, really good. You can just send a link and people can play it instantly. That is really, really helpful. And then you can paste the link here in chat. So people in chat can also play it and give you feedback. And I mean, that's the first step, I would say. Web build check, already did that with my previous things. That makes sense. All right, cool. And I mean, the other thing is, you can, if it's just a prototype, it's hard to say because I mean there is a Reddit for test my game or something like that. You can post a link there if you really want to have hard feedback or harsh feedback. But if it's just a prototype, maybe just posting it here or pasting it in. Maybe find a Discord. There are some Discords that encourage you to share your games as well. For example, people don't like this guy anymore, but Pirate Software has a Discord where you can also post a link and people might play it. There's another Discord which is called, I always forget the name. I'm too soft to hard feature, my poor soul would shatter. This Discord is also really cool. It's the Ace Gikmo. I always forget how it's pronounced. But this is a really cool Discord where you can also sometimes share your own stuff in Showcase, for example. Yeah, you can showcase your game, make a new thread about it, and people might test it. Or your first step is just posting it here in chat, honestly. But it is totally up to you. I think the most important thing is put it as a WebGL build on itch.io, even if it's just an unlisted project, it's not public yet. And then go from there. I think that's what I would do. Yeah, I would also just send it to friends, to be honest, at this point. Like if you don't have UI yet and you don't have like good enough art yet or whatever, and it doesn't make a lot of sense without you explaining it, it is hard to just make it a public project. Because the next step would be to make it kind of a vertical slice and then post it as a public game on itch.io and also on Newgrounds. Newgrounds is really, really good for stuff like this, I would say. So I think those two things are your next steps. Or if I were in your shoes. I'm not in your shoes. If I am in your shoes, please let me know. Because then I will exit your shoes. Anyway, this is another anyway day. Inventory button highlight and turn button highlight. We are in card game manager, so let's see where the objects actually are in the scene. This is after the retro button and after the backgrounds. Background. There it is. Blessings, total cards. Oh my god. We can find it. We will just search by name. Search by name. Inventory button highlight. Let's search for highlight. There it is. Inventory highlight effect. I'm going to copy this and also paste this at the end turn button. Paste this child. Focus in on that. Make sure it's visible. Ah, that sounds really good. Retro highlight. Attention. I'm going to say end highlight effect. The prototype is just to see if the game loop makes sense. The next step would be to find out how much scope creep I let happen. Absolutely, yeah. Already have a lot of ideas, but I need a brainstorm session with some gamers to see if those ideas actually are fun or if it's just fun in my head. Well, you're welcome, T-Bag. You are absolutely welcome. And again, feel free to just post it in chat as well, because I feel like other people here might also help you. Okay, so card game manager, but it is very exciting. Very exciting. I don't know. I'm always he said yawning. I'm always excited when people try new stuff and things like that. Make new projects. I'm going to move up the game objects here so I can see it in the inspector. I don't know why Unity decides to cut off the inspector values here sometimes, but it happens. Gotta clean up the desk. Coffee and pie is coming. Okay. That's really good. Coffee and pie is coming. Here we go. I would love some coffee and pie. Actually, I don't drink coffee anymore, but the idea is still very nice. Inventory highlight button. This is set here. So, we're going to do the following. You're at Hotel Mama. Yeah, you said so. You're logged into your mama's laptop. I forgot what laptop is in Chinese. Damn it. Tade Mama the Dienau. Grabbing attention is the hard part these days. Thousands of indie devs out there. Good luck, T-Bag. Grabbing attention is indeed a very hard part of making games. That's true. That's very true. But I wouldn't be too worried. Ah, there it is. Thank you so much. It is Ben. Oh my god, I need to wait a minute. Thank you very much. Can I get I want the pinyin. Give me the pinyin. B7 Dienau. Okay, B7. Okay, I will try to remember this time. I only remember Dienau because it's electrical brain. That's so cool. I like the. You're welcome. Thank you. Ah, there it is. 笔记本电脑笔记本电脑 I really like the literal translations of the words sometimes. It's so funny. But yeah, so in terms of grabbing attention, there is yes, there are thousands of indie devs out there, but I would say there are also a lot of hobbyist indie devs out there. A lot of hobbyists that just do it for, for fun and stuff like that. They're not actively trying to grab your attention. So it might not be as hard as you think, but it is very hard. So I'm not even sure what I'm trying to say here. Anyway, keep saying anyway. Whenever you play a creature in the first round, in the first fight. Okay, so pick lane. Yeah, there it is. Anyway. Pick lane routine. There we go. If it is a spell, no. Switching lanes. Draw card. So whenever you place a creature down, and all of your lanes now have creatures. Place card on lane, place card on lane. Switching lanes. Increase shift distance. What is going on with this code? Pick lane is null. Okay. Check for end turn highlight. I'm gonna make a new function. Void. Check for end turn highlight. Hello Nixonali, how are you? How is your Friday? Are you looking forward to the weekend? Did you already get down on Friday? Are you prepared to get down? I'm currently working on a lot of small things in regards to onboarding and removing confusion. Maybe I will add to confusion, but that is not my intention today. End turn button highlight. Okay. End turn button highlight. Set active is true. If, okay, here it comes. If allies get free lane is null. Does this return null? Yes. Cool. Of course it does. It's not Friday yet. The fuck? It is. Excuse me, Nixonali. It is Friday. Are you trying to gaslight us? It is Friday. Oh, no, Friday night. Well, it might be for you, to be honest. There's one guy. There's one guy in chat who is closer to Friday night than all of us. And though I technically don't have nights here right now, as you might remember. Yes, I remember. There's no darkness for you. Just like in the Final Fantasy adventure expansion. If get first ring is null and total fight rounds current round fight. My God, what is the variable? He actually knew who I was talking about. That is funny. What is the variable called? God damn it. Game state. I think it's the game state. We have total turns and total fights. Wait. In turn. Oh, it's 6 p.m. Wait. That is... 下午6点 should be 6 p.m. I still don't know about the total fights though. Total fight. Total heal turn, total turns. Okay, let's take a look at start fight. Doing fine, if not to account for terrible headache I've been suffering last week or two. Oh no. Gotta get my broken teeth removed next week. Oh my god. A parcel from your friend arrives yesterday, lots of goodies. You were talking about a parcel that you didn't know about, you didn't know the contents about. Is that it? And did you record yourself to get the reaction? Because I assume that's it. Total turns. Wait a minute. Total fight started. First fight. Is first fight turn? There it is. I think this... Wait a minute. This might be it. Is first run and is first turn. Okay. Alle Beweise suchen. I think we're getting there. Yeah, okay. Oh, this is in the map. Holy. If not free, no free lane and is first run and is first fight turn. Set active to true. There we go. Otherwise, end turn hider button set active is false forever. It only appear once. We're going to go to the third profile and reset it and make sure it works. It is the web parcel you mentioned. Nice. No recording because there was a Discord live stream from a friend to witness my reaction. Okay. Okay. But that's really cool. How did you... Wait a minute. That is probably too much information, but was that an international package? Because you cannot receive international packages right now, right? At least not from Austria, because I tried. That is very complicated. It's very complicated. Oh, save and quit is... yeah, check neck made a commit here. Save and quit now returns you to a title. That's really good. I'm going to start a new run. Wait, is this reset? It is now. Within Russia. Okay. Nizhny Novgorod. Okay, let me Google that. Let me see where it is. Oh wow. I mean, what? That's okay. That's not that far to the west, to the east at all. Dude, Russia is so big. I know, right? I read it with the Chinese accent for some stupid reason. Anyway, that looks beautiful, dude. That looks beautiful. Oh my god, dude. I really... It is such a shame that I cannot visit these places. At least at the moment. Because, I mean... There's lots of cool architecture here. Very cool. Wow. Look at this. That's so cool. Maybe someday, yeah. My mother was still there. And she traveled from St. Petersburg all the way down to Moscow. That's what she did. Before, I think it was like 2017 or something like that. or even earlier. Yeah, that was cool. But yeah, not for me. Not possible for me right now. So we're going to start the first day. And then we're going to go into the first fight. Blah, 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 blah. We're going to put down these creatures. And the end turn button is indeed highlighted. That's really cool. What happens in the second one? Oh, it needs to stop being highlighted. Stop being highlighted. Stop it. Check for where is that? Oh yeah, okay. We're going to end turn, call end turn. End turn. How many functions do you need? Lunchtime at 12 coding. Alright. Welcome back, task. Hide confirm selection button, hide tooltip. Set active is false. This should work now. I'm so excited about these small changes, dude. One of the things that I really like is finding small things that cause confusion and then fixing those things. It's really cool. Yesterday, TuneCore showed me I earned 1 cent. Nice. That's awesome, task. Is I assume you're still gonna get taxed on that 1 cent, right? Like the government is like, oh, you earned 1 cent. Would be a shame if something happened to that. And she sent me a bunch of sweets. One of them was Chocolate and Chocolate, nice. A lot of merch from Russian Sonic Festival that was happening last year. Wow. When she was participating as a designer and a ball joint doll, really cute one. That's really cool, man. Sure, it's income, yeah. The government is like, you, in June 2026, you earned 1 cent. Why didn't you declare that? Why didn't you declare that? Yeah, absolutely. Share the photo. Share the photo of the doll. Good day, Jackneck. How are you doing? I saw you commit. Very exciting. Where's our text card of that 1 cent? How is your Friday, Jackneck? I assume you're not biking today. I assume that since it's very rainy. B G 本电脑 Note it's from Notepad. Ben is book. Yeah. That's really cool. Maybe to badminton in the evening. Okay. That's indoors, right? That is indoors. It is indeed save and quit now. So here's Jackneck. I'm so glad that you made this. Here's the thing. Save and quit already exists in the sheet here. So maybe we can instead of changing it here, return to title. Return to title. Oh my god, where's the I don't know what it is. Save and quit. Wait, something happened, right? Because oh, wait a minute. That's indoors, but still have to get this somehow. Yeah. It says here, return to title has been changed to save and quit. And I was like, maybe we should not change the entry for save and quit, for return to title, but we should just use the save and quit entry instead. That is what I'm trying to tell you. But I'm not seeing it in the language asset at the moment. That is the entry change? Okay, I'm confused because it says I2 language assets says save and quit. But it says zum Startscreen zurück zum Start. Wait a minute. Ah, ja. Ah, you didn't change it here. Okay. That is the... Okay. You didn't change it in the sheet, right? To check the general list. I want a 12 kilobyte per second network. Anyway, I don't know. I just used the other entry in the editor, I think. I think what happened is the entry got changed. Let me take a look. We are changing the language setting and going down to return to title. Return to title. Return to title. Okay, it is not for me anymore because I've already replaced it again. Okay. Wait, does that mean it is already changed again for me? Let me fix my, let me take a look at my changes. Ah yeah, see, I reverted it again because I re-imported the Excel sheet again. So, that's interesting. So what we need to do is in the prefab for the pause screen, which is here, let's go to return to title. And over here is, I think, 2D. It says save and quit here, but it needs to have extra settings. Wait, the Text Mesh Pro label should be not save and quit, but return to title. Wait a minute, I'm confused now. I successfully confused myself now. Which one of those is still active? The return to title or the quit one? Okay, it should be save and quit, but we have two here, right? One of those is getting removed. Let me check the code changes again. Da-da-da-dum. Show quit. Reset visible menu and show quit. Quit is only used in another run. That's kind of slower than dial connection. Than dial-up connection. Yeah, that's true. Hope your internet gets well soon. Slap some mint onto it. Okay. So the problem here is that the Text Mesh Pro is no. Here it is quit, and here it is save and quit, right? And we want save and quit. Pause quit, save quit. Speichern verlassen. I don't understand why this change happened then. Why did it change the language asset file from return to title to save and quit? That is what I don't understand. That is what I don't understand. Because that would mean that something changed in here. Like, when you change something in here, it changes the asset. Whereas if... but yeah, it looks correct. You're right. I just don't understand where this change is coming from. Which is reverted now anyways. But yeah, that's funny. That looks okay. It's just that I was confused about. That's interesting. But yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on that and see if anything else is like in terms of this button is broken. But yeah, I mean that's really cool. I already used it. I already used the button to save and quit to back to the screen. Do you wanna take a look at this one next? The study hide upgrade preview when not possible? Because I think there is also something that you mentioned, right? When the upgrade is not possible, we're not showing the preview because the preview is kinda doesn't really help. That's on the list. Okay. The funny thing is, like, a lot of the things that you mentioned, people at the comics event also kind of stumbled upon. So whenever people went into the study and they were not able to upgrade something, they still saw the upgrade preview, right? And I think it confused them a lot because one of those had all of the cars except one upgraded already, and he was like moving his mouse around and he was like, why is there an upgrade? You are a trendsetter, yeah. First they always quit to desktop for some reason. I've never seen that before. And the second one is the upgrade preview. That's really interesting. Okay, the save and quit needs to be return title. You did that. I'm going to put that over here. It is actually hilarious. Implemented by technique. I see how I wrote this down for myself. Save and quit really just needs to return to title, laughing my ass off. I wrote this like while standing there. And people like on both screens quitting the game to desktop. It was just so hilarious. Hello 8, how are you? How is it going, 8? Are you excited about the weekend, 8? Is the weekend something that you get excited about? I'm going to check out the doll pictures now. Oh my god! Those are really good. What the hell? Those are really good. Are they... Wait a minute, what are they from? I don't think I know them, right? They are not... I mean, they almost look like Final Fantasy 12 characters, but... No, those look really good. Like, really cool details and stuff. Nice dolls. I'm excited about the weekend. I will have time to work on my game some more. Nice. Are you also gonna stream again on the weekend? Are you currently still streaming, like, every day? And what is your... What are your current plans in terms of next steps for the game? Stream whenever you work, nice. I think those are Chinese doll series, not game or anime related, they're their own thing. Oh! They almost look like they're from something. I'm going to reset the progress. Return to title, start again. Same as every day, Pinky, to conquer the world. Same as every day, Pinky. We're trying to take over the world. I'm going to put that down again. And turn is highlighted, that's really good. It also works with that. What if I undo? What if I go back, start again, and start another run, and then go, and it's still highlighted. Oh my god. Okay, I'm going to hide and turn highlight. There's so much going on, so much you have to think about. Public, not public. public, void, hide and turn, highlight. Okay. And we're going to do that when starting a run. Start run. I think I'm just gonna throw it in there. Bam. I'm gonna work on menu systems. God, I hate working on menu systems. I want to have a framework to make the game feel like a program. Nice. It needs start and end. Nice and nice. I really don't know where that change to the language file is coming from. Probably I inserted the text somewhere by accident first before replacing it correctly. Okay, yeah. No, that seems plausible. I believe you, Jackneck. I was just at first I was confused because I thought it was changed this way, you know. But then I didn't see it in the game, so I was just confused. Red one is from 10,000 Escape Plans Star series, and gray head one is Bonnie series. Okay. Never heard about any of those. As long as it works, should be fine. Let me know if something is broken after all. It doesn't seem to be broken at all, so I think it works fine, Checkneck. That is why I'm so confused. Because I saw this entry and I was like, wait a minute, but it just works. And I was like, huh, Jackneck fixed it, but there's this change in the asset file, but it still works. So it just works, Aid. It just works. Not sure if you saw it, but I left the normal quit button with confirmation when you are not in a run. Yes, I saw that. I absolutely saw that. Zidong is Shun Si. Okay. So here, right? There it is, yes. The only thing that I want to fix maybe is the position of those. They need to be one down. Well, I can take a look at that. That's not a fault of anyone. I feel like my ability to do my 9 to 5 is waning. I know exactly how you feel, 8. I know exactly how you feel. That is why there was a point in my life where I just sat there and I couldn't do anything anymore. I was broken. I was broken. And then my wife came over and she saw me in this sad state, and she was like, "You gotta try something, man." And then then I reduced my hours, so that at least I had had the whole Friday to myself, right? And that seemed to work. So over time I reduced my hours more and more, and that is where I am today. That is how I survived. Because otherwise I think I would have gone insane, dude. I think I would have actually gone insane. Like this was not healthy anymore. And it's not even about the job, you know, because the job was not bad. It's just that I needed to work. I always need to work on my own stuff, and I don't know why or where this is coming from. Still better than 12 hours, 2 to 2 though. Absolutely, Nixon. No, this is. I was always aware of this. I'm like, I have a job that other people would kill for, right? Why am I not happy? Why am I not happy? So it is just really strange. But yeah, return to title. I mean, save and quit. This is gonna take a while to get used to, but yeah, I'm really happy about this change, because then people will no longer be confused. And I've heard this about the save and quit button before. I think Lufo also mentioned this, and I could not get behind that idea. I was like, why do people expect to? And never mind. But yeah, here we are. I've seen it myself. I've seen how people quit to desktop, expecting it to quit to the main screen. That is so cool. That I got to see that for myself. See, this is why you go to conventions. This is why you go to conventions like these. Continue is fine. What about undo? Undo is still, yeah. It's fine. It's only in the first one, you know? It's only in the first one. This is okay. I'm going to put it here. I did 12 hours as well for a month. Fuck that indeed. I'd rather work 10 hours. Yeah, 12 hours is crazy, dude. What the hell? 12 hours is crazy. Some people might say that even though they have a 9 to 5, they also have a commute of 2 hours per day. 1 hour to get to the work and 1 hour to get home. So, in some aspects, they also have very long days. But not if you ask the CEOs, you know what I mean? That's what store hours look like. Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, next time. The next item on the list is first time on map, select an event with arrows of biodivergent map tiles. Okay, this should be relatively easy to do because we have the ability to show arrows. Should be relatively easy to do. Let me check the cutscenes. Cutscene. Show arrow. We can probably try to do this. I think we can, yeah. So what I'm gonna do is the first time you're opening the map, there's going to be an arrow. Just show arrow pointing at the events. Maybe we need 2 arrows because people need to see that they have a choice. So here's the thing. Why do I want to do this? The ability to show arrows. Errors. Commute should totally be paid, especially for jobs that can be done remotely. Yeah, that is yeah. I completely agree with you. I remember being stuck in traffic for over an hour and then still get reprimanded for coming too late. And I'm like, dude, I was what am I supposed to do? Fly? So the reason I'm doing this is the reason I'm adding an arrow, not an error. I might add an arrow at some point. But this is an arrow. So the reason I'm doing this is because I noticed there was one guy who opened the game and then he was at the map, and you know, at the top of the map it says select an event. And then he was like, well, what do I do? What do I do? And he was looking around for a tutorial. He was opening the menu, he was opening the controls, and I'm like, it says select an event. Now here's the thing. Technic over here in chat already mentioned that the possible tiles, the map tiles, need to be highlighted, right? They need to be a little bit animated, so you know which of those, or you know what can be selected next. But I also want to make it very clear, you need to select one of the map events. So I'm gonna put an arrow here in the first run. Some companies do actually offer like paying for public transport. Paying for public transport is a good start, Nixonari, but it's not the same as getting compensated for the time, I would say. I was just on the phone with ÖMTC because they have a car signed up under meine Fahrzeuge, but I don't own a car, never did. Just claim it, Checkneck. Just be like, oh yeah, that's my car, sure. And then just sell it on eBay. I did work a temp job in Moscow. They actually provided me with monthly public transport pass, so I'd just run around the city freely all day. Nice. But what's an event? Is there anything telling you that these things on the map are events? That's true. But you need to click. You just need to move your mouse over there and click. And that is why I think an arrow helps. That Opel Crossland with a VP kennzeichen, definitely my car. Just claim it, Checkneck. Just do it. Okay, just do an arrow. So in the first map, in the first round, show map UI. This is the start of the run, yes. Show map. Show map arrow. This should probably not be here, but it is here anyways. Show map arrow. I'm gonna paste that here. From the cutscene master. There's no public, yes, I know. Now it is. And we're gonna put it at... Okay, hang on 1 second. 1 second. I'm gonna remove that again. Because the problem is that this is animated. This is animated, so... Select an event. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This comes right after the intro. I have an idea. I have an idea. I have an idea. We can reset it again. Reset. Start. Because this is right at the end of this. Fuck. Save and quit, profile, reset, progress, yes. Start. Try it again. Click, click. And then, remember, breathe, whichever wins in life. Select an event. And here's where we can put the arrows. So we can put it at the end of the cutscene. That is a really good idea. Show cutscene. Start cutscene. Activate as put camera up immediately. Blah 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 blah. Was that Monsters vs. Aliens reference? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Finish cutscene. Pan down immediately. Where am I? Show tip 1. Show cutscene 1. Is there a... Okay, hang on 1 second. I'll have a Weise suchen. Cutscene current day. Cutscene routine. Start cutscene. What is it doing? Show current cutscene line. Activate death. It needs to decide somewhere. Call cutscene function. What is happening here? Set text, text penned up. Enable all input. Where is... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. this is in the cutscene file directly. Where is the cutscene manager? Activate death. Death is now active. Shouldn't have done that. Cutscene scene. Cutscene master. Oh my god. Scene dialogue. Right. Oh my god. Oh my god. Update data text from localization. What did I stumble upon? Be 3 chapters to win and stay alive. Okay, we are going to call a function here. Holy, if function name I'm trying to think. Wait a minute. Okay, if we end the cutscene, you still happy with the voice sound? Yes, I am. Didn't change at all. I'm still very happy with the voice sound. If the cutscene ends, we might just have a... Yeah, no, these are really, really good. I'm just trying to figure out where I can put the arrow functions. And stay alive. And once you click that, I think it needs to be independent. Okay. Show current cutscene line routine. Run function display sentence. Enable all input. So what is it doing when there's no... What happens if there's no cutscene line left? Finish cutscene, okay. Finish cutscene, pen down. Wow. If card game manager is first run, then we're going to... This is very crazy. Show arrow. Love DP, by the way. My favorite track has the resolute. Okay, my favorite one. For anybody who doesn't know, Ludwig has released a new EP. There you go. Check it out. My favorite was probably... Was it Cracks? I think that was it. Wait. Yeah, I really liked that one. That was really, really cool. Yeah, that was really good. I would like to have this on my stream task. Can you send me the MP3 of that? That was really cool. No, but it's really cool EP. Absolutely. Fill a gap. I know, but I liked it. Sometimes you know the small ones or the ja, wie sagt man da? Die unscheinbaren haben den meisten Impact. I don't know. In cracks was just to fill the cracks. Teabag is back from Mama Teabag. Coffee bag and Teabag, I guess. Okay, welcome back, Teabag. Welcome back. So I have the first run, show arrow. So this is how do we how do we figure out the position of this? Bugs alive. I love fixing bugs. Bugs are found, bugs alive. Please kill me and end my misery. Exactly. Every game dev ever. Filling a gap with cracks, innovative. Yes. It depends on the bug. Like sometimes a bug can be a really cool puzzle. For example, when it's, I don't know, when it's a soft lock or whatever. Sometimes it can be a bug in the menu. And I hate menu bugs, dude. It's not something I like. The problem is when you fix a bug and then there's another bug somewhere else. And you're not sure if it's because of your changes, because of fixes, or if it was before. If it was there before. Don't build your own menu. Yep. I have done it. I will never do it again. Never. This is my last menu. I will never try to do it again. It almost killed me. Dude, I even made a level editor with my own menu system. I almost jumped out the window. I'm gonna build my own menu. But Anu has good framework for it. Okay. My whole game is just the menu, damn. I mean, I guess it changes it, but at least not in Unity. Yeah, I mean, I have a friend. So a friend of mine is working on a game that we want to release together, and he has made another menu for that using Unity tools. So using the Unity framework or whatever. Not a framework, but Unity input and stuff like that. And that is what I'm going to use for future projects. Like I'm just going to copy and paste that everywhere. I'm not going to use the one I currently have in Fate and Despair. I I despise it. Turn menu into a game, turn loading screen into a game. A few people have done it in the past, yeah. If you remember Nixonali, some people had a loading screen game, but apparently a loading screen minigame was patented by Namco. So you couldn't do that legally. Isn't that crazy? But the patent expired, yes. Now you can do it again. Now you can do it again. But it was just crazy that this was happening. It was Namco. Put a game in your games, you can game while you game. Yeah, that sounds like Inscription. I'm so tempted to DM my coworker. I like how you said Kauke. Daddy teach me how to do a thing. It's like NPC remembering past encounters. Yeah, that was the, is that the Nemesis system? What are you talking about? Warframe has something like minigame in loading screens. You can control a landing craft and make it drift around. And other players joining a session will be able to see it. I mean, yeah, that's cool. I always really liked when in Assassin's Creed you could just run around. I think that was really nice. Just give me something to do while waiting. Okay, how am I gonna... Wait a minute. Card measure map. Get map. No statistic. Get current map fragment. Yeah, let's try that. Get current map fragment. Wow, what can go wrong? What can go wrong, guys? Thank fuck, the first guy who made a video game didn't patent jumping. Dude, I honestly think Nintendo probably tried that. Nintendo probably tried to get a patent on that. You cannot jump. We patented it. I hope whoever decided to patent it dies alone without everything being in the grave. That's such a pity patent. Damn. This game mechanic, you cannot have it, yeah. I don't know how this is even possible, but yeah. It's not even that specific, you know? Like, somebody remembers something a player did. Like, this is very... Every game does that pretty much. Have you watched Netflix series High Score? It's kind of cool inside. No, what is that? High Score. TV miniseries traces the history of classic titles. Oh, and John Romero is in it. John Romero himself bietet Einblicke von Innovatoren, die diese Welten und Charaktere zum Leben erweckt haben. Nice. Let's see. Charles Martinet. The Mario himself. Mario. Do I know anybody else? No. Cool. Maybe I will take a look. It is up 16? Wow. Why? Put it on top. So I was distracted. Quick info. Why no menu again? Because, I don't know, working on a menu is so tedious because you have to be mindful about so many things. It needs to work with mouse. It needs to work with controller. Might as well touchscreen, you know, be wary of touchscreen support. Then you need to worry about all of the different types of options. You need to make your own select. You need to make your own checkmark system. You need to make, you need to save it and restore the saved things that the player entered. And you need to have a drop down for resolution. Better have all the resolutions that the player wants. It's just so weird. Like there's so many things that I don't want to deal with. As a quick info, okay, I mean, I'm not sitting here talking about it for 2 hours. It was like 30 seconds, dude. That was a YouTube short. Okay? Do you not have an attention span for a YouTube short anymore? What is what is the next step here? It's funny how some patent game mechanics to make them accessible to others, while some patent them to prevent creative ones from patenting them, make them thus usable by everyone. Give me an example, Nixonali. It starts with board games and goes into the digital area. Ah, cool. Did you know that Reel and Rubin copyrighted all 8-bit 12-note melodies, copyrighted in total all the 86 billion possible melodies you can create in the world? No. But they released it to the world and did this as preventative measure. Oh, so that is what Nick was talking about? Only TikToks. TikToks are no longer that short anymore either. TikTok is actually moving towards 1 minute TikToks, you know? You have a good example. Arrow over the player's head was copyrighted so no one else can use it. Oh my god. Ew. That is insane. It works. It works. I love it. Okay. We have the arrow here. I'm gonna move it up a little bit. Or maybe have a second one. I don't know. I'm gonna move one here. I think I'm gonna try that every time I open the map. Simpsons Hit and Run had to use a pointing hand instead of an arrow. No, that is weird. VW had the trademark for das Auto. That's crazy. Okay, that was correct. I'm gonna set this to 0 and see what happens. Ship your game from China. Okay. That is the solution. That is the solution. Is it still forbidden to use arrows on heads? Isn't there a whole anime about a guy who powers with powers and an arrow on his head? I have no idea. US copyright laws don't apply there. Yeah, I guess. It's always a way out. Game display method. Moving direction indicating method. Game apparatus and drive simulating apparatus. Which permits characters to be present in the city and can prevent cruel images of collision with characters. What is that? What the hell is that? That is so weird. The present invention relates to a game display method for displaying a game in which a movable object is moved in a virtual space. A direction display method for displaying a moving direction in which the movable object is moved to a destination in a virtual space. A game apparatus for displaying a game and moving. Okay. I never want to be a lawyer. This is way too much for me. Legal speak for direction, arrow over the head. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, that does not work. Let's see.
Big day today, Freeman.
It is a big day today. It's always a big day. Hello, Matt Chirpy, how are you doing? It's always a big day when Matt Chirpy arrives. Big day today, Freeman. Can I? No, that doesn't count as starting a run.
Xinelli says it's time for Austrian dialect.
Okay. Kann man nichts machen, dann muss man Österreich reden. Wenn der nix in alles sagt, kann man nicht raus. Ich probiere mal einen Custom Run. Guten Tag, Matt Chirpy. Is the pattern not invalid if someone else did it already before you? I have no idea. No, it still doesn't work. Das geht immer noch nicht. Okay. Dann probieren wir das nochmal. Ich glaube, ich will es ein bisschen weiter rechts haben und ein bisschen weiter runter. Oder ein bisschen, warte mal, rauf. Minus ist ja nach oben. Na, Minus ist nach unten. Minus ist nach unten, okay. Probieren wir 1, 2, 5. Und schauen wir, wo wir jetzt sind. Matt Jetty. Started playing The Last of Us 2 yesterday. Many tracks, yeah. The Last of Us 2 is a weird game. And I never played it. I played the first one, and I just watched streamers play the second one because that way it was more entertaining. I think The Last of Us 2 is just, you know, made by Neil Druckmann, and he was just surrounded by yes men. If Chirpy is only in chat, he is Matt Chatty, I guess. Ah, okay. That makes a lot of sense. That's true, Matt Chatty. That is very true. Are you excited for the weekend, Matt Chirpy? Still. Oh, why is it not working at all now? Ah, I need to reset. Okay. I need to reset. Guys, I have important information. Did you know? Did you know that WinRAR finally got money? Somebody paid for WinRAR, finally, after all these years. And now WinRAR said we finally got paid. Finally, after all these years, somebody made the decision to actually pay them. Isn't that hilarious, guys? I think it was time. I think it was time, honestly. I mean, no, that's a WinRAR, exactly. After all these years, I think it was time. You know, they were programming for 2 decades, I would assume, or even longer. It feels longer. And every time they were always, you know, clicked away. But now they finally got, I don't know, $20. What do they even get? It's a rare win on their part, indeed. That is great. Remember. Select the event. Okay, we're almost there. A little bit more down. Give me the arrow, please. Give me the arrow. There was a sketch where someone got to heaven and couldn't enter, and he found out that the only way to enter was to pay WinRAR. And there was only one guy who paid by accident. And he is all alone in heaven. No. This guitar section is fire. Absolutely. We need more guitar. We need more task beenden guitar. Maybe you'll find a sketch. It needs to be a little bit more to the right and a little bit more down. We are almost there. I think 5 might be a bit too much. Let's try this. I'm using Winamp, yes. Because it whips the llama's ass. Winamp is just the best. I also sent you a photo of all 3 of my dolls. You can see them all now. The way it leads the player better. I think. Wait. Ah, would you consider arrow's orientation downwards over the both events? That way it leads the player better, I think. Oh, okay. But if you have 2 arrows, then one of the arrows is above the second map tile. Right? Here are all of the dolls. Nick Sinali is the doll collector, ladies and gentlemen. The doll collector. But I think the details are really nice on these. It's really nice. Oh my god. I was proud of a streak message, but Papa Sheep ignored me. Where's the streak message? There it is. Gotta share the streak. Meinst eine hast. Oh my god. So, render park. If I have 2 of them, and the arrow leads down on them, then you only... Okay, so you're saying the arrow needs to be here, right? Is that what you're saying? And then just one arrow. Listening to Russ speak makes me understand why America is the way it is. Wasn't a sketch, but a comic strip, but found it and cannot follow it as a pic. Okay. Why does it always get to me? You making arrows? Because it sounds the same when I say it. How did something so stupid become so popular? Because people just like to be entertained, man. That is how wrestling got popular. Wrestling is just a circus. It's just a circus, you know? A circus with very athletic people. And I think that's, you know, people just want to turn the brains off. And entertained, exactly. What kind of... Thank you very much, Karak, for the follow. What kind of arrow are we working on? The arrow is supposed to show where you can click next. And I was gonna add 2 arrows, but RenderPunk said just add 1 and that just points down. So I'm gonna try that. I need to figure out if this is the right direction though. I think I need to say this. Hello Karok, how are you doing? Are you enjoying your Friday? Are you excited for the weekend? Basically, to highlight options, you have this route. So this is the first time anybody opens the map. So this is why I'm doing this. I was at the event, right? There was this comics event, and there was one guy who opened the game, and he went through the cutscene, and then he saw the map, and it says at the top, select an event, and then he didn't know what to do. So he was furiously trying to see and look around for a tutorial, or he looked into controls, he looked into pause menu, and like, it says here, select an event, and there are 2 tiles on the map. Now, here's the thing. The tiles are not highlighted, so this is the first error on my part. And the second one is, there's also no arrow or whatever, you know? So I'm going to try 2 things. I'm going to try adding a highlight to what you can actually select on the map. And I'm going to also show an arrow pointing down to where you can select. At least on the first time you're opening the map. That is what I'm gonna do. I'm excited to make games. I was having trouble with VFX system, but I kind of figured it out today. Although I should make a to-do list to know what I did and what I will do. Yeah, I mean, that sounds really good. That sounds like a plan. Sometimes you need to plan a little bit ahead. And kind of like I'm doing here. I have a long list of things that I want to do. And then just work through it one by one. And the thing that I do is, even if I have an item here, I then go even further and say and plan even like in even more detail. So you have very small steps that you can go through. But yeah, what game are you working on, Karok? If you have anything to share, please feel free to link it in chat. Just rewrite the tutorial text, click an event. That's a hexagon on the map. The map is the collection of hexagons in the center of the screen. Exactly, Technic. Just be more, you know, direct. Just tell the player. Just have a video of me pop up and say, hello, I'm the developer of this game. This is the map of the screen, on your screen, and you can press right here. Thank you very much for your time. Game developer signing off. You're training the next generation to need arrows anywhere. Back in my days, I could just use yellow paint to teabag. I could just, you know, have a bucket and it just throws yellow paint all over the screen, and then the player will be like, what the hell? I can click anywhere this paint is running onto. I started working for an RPG game last week. I'm currently working in turn-based combat system. It's almost finished but needs some fixing. Alright, I mean, making good progress. That sounds really cool. and jingle some keys in front of the screen every 10 seconds and scream attention. Oh, wow. Wow. I could probably have a plugin that shows, you know, random reels on the right side of the screen. What do you think about that, T-Bag? Just show random TikTok reels on the right screen? What do you think? Is that a good idea? I think that's a good idea. I don't know. It should just be an option. Once you go to the options menu, it says show random TikTok reels. And it's like, oh yeah, I want random TikTok reels. Thank you very much. Yeah, no, I have that running game on the bottom and where you get those coins and jump over trains. Yeah, so you have Faith in Despair, and then you have TikTok reels, and also a running game at the bottom of the screen. And probably also needs, you know, one of these desktop anime girls walking around. That just does nothing but maybe sit down every now and then and cheer you on in Japanese. I think we're getting to a really good game here, guys. Some meme pop me up on the corner, you can do it. Yeah, exactly. No random memes, not just this one T-Bag. You need to think about the value for the player. Ganbate. Ganbate. We can also say it in Chinese. 加油. Alright. So we are going to try +5 and 0F. Maybe we need to say 2.5F, I'm not really sure, and then let's see. Let's see where we're going. I'm sure you can make it out of the beta. I tried something similar for my game before. Wait a minute. Matt Jerby, what have you tried? CFX given? Absolutely. You should add a button for the marble race in the game. Dude, that would actually be hilarious. Oh my god. That is hilarious, dude. Oh my god. That should, I don't know, that could be like an Easter egg or something like that. And you know what? The voice actor is like, oh my god, I didn't play my dailies today. And he's like, just, oh my god. I forgot my dailies. Oh my god, that's really good. What was the second screenshot? Oh my god, there's even Minecraft reels? Oh my god. Hot Piro can hear you. Yes, yes. Yeah, there's the free game at the bottom of the screen. Yeah. Yeah, dude, you're looking at $1 million. $1 million sitting right there in your Discord, and we're just letting it go to waste. Gotta get to assume it's entertain, absolutely. The train game, yes. It's like I'm playing a mobile game. Oh, but I'm so invested. You want dumplings? YouTube shop with Minecraft footage is just a cherry on top. Absolutely. That was really good. I need to learn from you, Chirpy. I understand now that my game dev game is not on point yet. Much to learn I have. This feels like a full syringe of brainwash injected direct into my brain. Absolutely. He has mad skills. Yes. What are we supposed to do here? But then again, there is a game like that out there on Steam today. I think it's almost like that. Okay, I will show you. It might be almost like that. There it is. No. Fortune mail. See? Just play that. Just play this one. Crazy cash circles. Best win. You need to make $1 million every room. That is what you need to make. Okay? I am humbled by this. I am absolutely humbled by this. I need to get on that level to make money on Steam. Yeah. Let's all learn from this. Alright, I will be right back. All right. Let's take a look if the arrow is now correctly positioned. No, it needs to be minus 19. But otherwise it looks like we're going in the right direction. Minus 90. Okay. Songs have been sent via Discord. Oh, Thank you very much. I like those songs. I'm gonna put them into the playlist. Ist eine Weile her, dass ich die 3 Tags bearbeitet habe. This is the reason why I think you should also release it on Bandcamp. By the way, Ludwig. Because I would have bought it to download it. Okay, I will download it so it doesn't expire. Then put it into the list of my MP3 player, Spire. I don't know. Okay, the direction should be almost there. But we need to make sure the rotation is correct. You can have them for free. Thank you very much. Let's try it again. And again, as I said previously, I'm going to add a highlight as well. I want to have a cool highlight around the active map tiles, but for now I think an arrow should suffice. Okay, it needs to be further down. It needs to be, let's guess a little bit. I think minus, let's try 4 and a bit further down. So instead of 5 we can say 4 maybe. Yeah, that should be fine. This is the problem with moving things around with code instead of in the editor. That's the issue. Did you guys see anything cool at Summer Game Fest? I mean, there's a new God of War. There's a new God of War game. Not sure how to say that, but it's not really a God of War game. We had the Dead of War game, and now it's the Wife of War game. It is what it is, right? Oh, I think this is good. Let's put it a bit more to the left. Just a tiny bit more to the left. 3.5. I think that's good. What about highlighting it? Oh no, that's not good. That's not good. We're gonna put it up a little bit more too. And that should be it. Now here's the thing. If when I select something, it needs to go away. So pick map tile. I don't know. We will have to see. Bite Me Games is making me die inside. Why? Why 8? Bite Me Games just made an MMORPG simulator with a Windows 98 style, and now they are complaining that they're being copied. Well, what do you mean? You play Kratos' wife? I mean, who wants to play a woman? Why is she not in the kit? Wow, Technic. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I think the idea is really cool. But why call it God of War? Why is it a God of War game? I'm just so confused. I'm a little bit confused here. Why not just make something new, you know? Wife of War, indeed, yeah. I like listening to the guy because it's quite entertaining to listen to, but honestly, you ship crappy games, you get crappy sales. It's that simple. It is, so here's the thing. They always make games really fast, right? Because they're trying to figure out if they can make games as quickly as possible with the highest amount of return as possible. And that usually doesn't mean that you are focusing on quality. And if you're not focusing on quality, then what are you doing? Right? Then then you're surprised that you do not get the sales, or you do not get the praise that you would like to have. I don't know. That is. I would agree that is very weird from Bite Me Games. Had a good music idea flow yesterday. We'll try to connect there again. You will have a nice weekend. Thank you very much for stopping by, Task, and good luck on your musical adventures. I mean, the name is kind of justified because it is technically God of War universe. Yeah, I know. Have a great weekend. Yes. Gamedev drama happening right now. Yes. More Gamedev drama. No, I mean, so here's the thing. I think Bite Me Games is on the path to finding more and more success. Because they're making very quick releases and they're trying to learn from each release. But at some point, they will have to figure out how to make a really good game. How to make a game that doesn't take them 2 months to make. Maybe a game that makes them a year to make. I don't know. But you might argue that that there is another game called Slots and Daggers, and I believe this was also made in 8 months, right? And people really like that. It is a very short game. It is sold for €8. I don't know. People really enjoy it. But I don't like having a review like that. It's a neat game, but there just isn't enough of it. But on the other hand, does it really matter? Because this guy has sold a lot of these. Like Friedemann is now, it's just really weird. To me, it's really weird. But this looks good. Yeah, exactly. It looks good for 8 months. I think it's reasonable to do quick releases, I guess. There might be a golden middle somewhere. Yeah. It's the same thing that Sockpop Collective is doing. Or has been doing. What is it called? Sockpop? No. Okay. Stacklands. Stacklands was made by Sockpop Collective. Sorry, only with a K. And Sockpop Collective used to have a Patreon, or maybe they still have a Patreon, but they used to release a game every month. And I mean, you can see that just by checking the thumbnails, like these are games that have taken a month to make. But at some point, guys, they had a breakout hit. At some point they made Stacklands, and that is still probably to this day the most successful title. Now you might say, would they have arrived at Stacklands if they didn't release a game every month? Probably not, because they probably learned a lot from all of these releases. But it is crazy how that happens. Also, I think this also took like a lot longer than 1 month to make. Anyway, and I think I will agree with you. It seems to me like the methodology is to ship just cheap games with minimum effort and try to min-max compensation per time spent developing. Thing is, at some point you're gonna accept that if you cannot deliver quality in a short period, you gotta take longer. Exactly. No, I agree with you. I'm just saying that maybe there's like a hope for him that they arrive at that point as well. I had a friend who did the exact same thing. He was trying to make a game as quickly as possible with the minimum amount of quality to ship the title and make a return on that money invested. I think that's just not a good way to make any product. That's just not the way it works. It would take me a month to settle on the game's title. I can see that. I can see that. Let's see where the arrow is now. Welcome to hell. You are a blah 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 for eternity. Stay alive. Oh, there it is. That looks pretty neat to me. There it is. And that was a good tip because to the right there is the description of the events. Okay. I still need to figure out... Wait. I still need to remove the arrow when you click on it. Hang on 1 second. Reset that again. The arrow is still here. I love that. I love it. You have to play Stacklands again? Nice. Yeah, Stacklands was really, really cool. Let me figure out the name of this... The name of this event. Map fragment. Not sure if correct, but building the basics might be adding incremental value to a game. But polishing and adding those little fun things is like a multiplier. Yeah, so in terms of, let's see, Bite Me Games. Bite Me Games on Steam, please. There you are. So they released MMO 98, right? And let's look at the reviews. Let's just take a look. Has a good premise and nice visuals, but fails at the gameplay part. It's an incremental vein that's not incremental enough for not engaging enough, and I don't recommend it if you like incremental games. So this is something that they should have caught, or maybe they did. Maybe they caught this in testing and with the demo release. I don't know if they released a demo for this. Maybe they did. I don't see it. But they could have released a demo of this on itch.io or just on Steam even, or even on Newgrounds. But this is like very straightforward, and I think all players, they all agree on this. Like it looks good, but the gameplay falls incredibly short. So this is like, again, it comes down to why are you making a game? Are you making a game for the visuals, or are you making a game for the gameplay? And this is the reason why you do playtests, you do demos, you do like soft releases on itch.io or Newgrounds to get exactly that feedback before you release it on Steam. And I think just as T-Bag has said, like maybe not a lot of things needed to happen for the gameplay to not fall incredibly short, right? Maybe you could have invested a bit more time, like another month or whatever. Because at the end of the day, what does this mean for a game like this? Maybe, I don't know, 20 more items or 20 more upgrades, you know? Maybe the upgrade tree was not long enough. And I don't think like like investing another month into this game could have probably pushed it to maybe double the amount of sales. Right? I don't know. That's just an assumption. But it looks like it is. Or it looks like it could be true. So in a way, they are their own worst enemy. Like Bite Me Games, by saying that the game needs to be out right now, they're probably cutting themselves short. And that is why I think, like, I don't know, maybe they should just release a sequel or whatever. Or just keep updating. But I mean, they have updated. There's a Service Pack 1 update, which I find is very cute. But maybe they should try, I don't know, maybe making a bigger update. I'm not sure. I think they did a demo on itch, alright. Something you just run out of money and don't have another month. That is a very good point, Technic. And a lot of people don't have the luxury to keep updating the game. That is very true. On the other hand, Matt Chirpy is also making it work somehow. There are a lot of people who are making it work. I don't know, it just feels like... Anyway. I think he said something like that himself, not sure. I often listen to those videos and decide while doing something else. But he is a madman. Yeah, that's true. Can I have 5 minutes of your time after the stream? It depends. Because I need to go out after the stream. Who's madman? Matt Chirpy, of course. We are talking about Matt Chirpy. We are talking about Matt Chirpy. So where is the UI button? Pick map fragment. Okay, there it is. Pick map fragment. All right, and then we're gonna say cutscene master. Where are we? Oh, card game manager, cutscene master, hide arrows. There we go. Wait. Cutscene master, hide arrows. Let's make that public. The function is now public. It is an IPO. Everybody can invest in the function now since it is public now. What are you saying about me? Nothing. We're just confirming your name. No, Matt Chirpy, what I just said is we were talking about Bite Me games, and I said maybe they could have just invested 1 more month into the game to make it, you know, from a mixed reaction to, I don't know, very positive. And then Checknick said, well, maybe sometimes you don't have another month, right? Your money is running out. And then I said, well, Matt Chirpy is also making it work somehow. So leave 1 second, you guys chatting shit and shake my head. I'm just looking at the tickets to Bunker to hang out with you on Gamescom Asia. Oh, cool. Thought it would be the only opportunity I would actually have to see you in real life. All right. Yeah, let's figure that out. I know you're also running out of money, but you're still investing more time into the game. That is what I'm saying. You are making it work. So I don't know. You are making it work, and that is the point where everybody said, but Matt Chirpy is a madman. So that is why it works for him. I don't know. Basically, the consensus is Bite Me Games is making a lot of games very quickly, so the quality is suffering, right? And what would the solution be to this problem? Well, I don't know. If you need to release something to get at least some money, then maybe you have to make that decision and put it out there anyways. On the other hand, if you need to put something out there to survive, you might have to spend just another month. I don't know. To get even more, you know, to get more runway. Then again, you never know, right? Even if you spend another month, it might still be a mixed review. Yeah, you cannot really say. It's hard. Me too, and I have a job. Oh my god. Okay, so pick, hide arrows, pick map fragment. Okay, I think the arrow needs to be hidden for a lot of things now. That is a problem. So even if we open inventory, that is a problem. Get card manager. Even if you go back, when you open the pause menu, it should be fine, if I remember correctly, but abandon game, abandon run. Close menus. What does that do? It closes menus. What was the question? Return the title. Okay. We're going to put that here as well. We are in the card manager, so that's okay. I'm gonna put it here. Doesn't really matter. That might be everything. No, wait a minute. Battle log. It's definitely hard balance. I do think I might have taken it to the other extreme end though, because I'm kind of fucked if this game doesn't do reasonably well. Yeah. It's tough, man. It's tough to find a balance. It's tough to say, okay, you know what, this is it. Put it out there. I know the shortcomings of it. I know people will be mad about it in the reviews, but I just have to release it. That is a tough call to make. It's very tough. On a serious note, how do you do Steam achievements? Is there some special code or app you need? Or how do you tell Steam that it should do something? There's a Steam API documentation, yes. I'm already saving up some money so I can afford a game on a 6% sale. It's worth spending more time, it's worth it, but you don't know if it's worth it until after. Yes, that is the absolute problem. Like, I'm sitting here saying, yeah, you could just spend another month, while nobody can foresee the future. Nobody can. The truth always comes out when you press the launch button. Like, even the reactions to your demo might be different to your full game. And yeah, that is super scary. Like, nobody knows. Nobody knows anything. Even if publishers approach you and say, you know what, this game is going to do very well, or this game is not going to do very well, nobody knows shit. Nobody knows anything. The only thing that is true is that the game is coming out, and then you will know. That is the only truth. So in terms of Steam achievements, I'm gonna show you the backend. It is not hard to set up. Hello Pablo Carlos, how are you doing? Are you excited about the Friday, Pablo Carlos? About the weekend? I got the Steam Manager from GitHub, made my own achievement manager that listens for a bunch of events and calls something like Steam Manager, unlock achievement when appropriate. Yeah. Kinda, okay. That's pretty much it, yeah. So the thing that you have to do is you have to set up your Steam achievements in the background, in the back end. You have a Stats and Achievements tab here. And this is where a lot of people die. You see that a lot of game devs have died in this interface. You see a lot of the blood and tears. Because it is very unintuitive. You have to click on New Achievement. And then you see all of these broken images. And you have to enter the all of the values here, and then you have to upload each individual image individually. And press upload for each individual image, and then you have to press save after everything has been uploaded, and that's it. And you have to do that for every achievement. And then you also have to localize them. Okay, and then as Matchup has said, there's a Steam Manager, which you can get from the official SDK. And then you just load that into a Unity project. And also, as Matchup has said, you will have a separate layer for this. And I think in my case, it's called Achievements. Straight up. Steam Achievements. That might be it. Did I do that or not? Maybe that, no, that is also example code. Yeah. But yeah, this is the Steam Achievements file that I also get from Valve. I think you have to add your own achievements to this. And then you have another layer where, preferably you have another layer this alone works. Like if you have Steam Achievements CS in your project, you can already unlock achievements. But my advice is you have another layer between them to save your own achievements in your own profile, because that way you can also unlock achievements when, I don't know, you sync it to somewhere else, or you can also test them better. I hope that answers your questions. You know nothing, Steams, no. Remember to not add the image until after you save the new achievement. Exactly, Machabi. It has driven me insane. And then add the image and save again, otherwise it breaks it for me every time. You're right. Yeah. Yeah, I remember now. I remember now why this is so bad. You have to click new achievement, save it first, and then you can upload the images. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Just what the doctor ordered, right? This is a indie game company, you know, they don't have people anymore that would be able to improve this interface. It's fine. The Steam Achievements interface is so broken that I'm so happy every time I'm done with achievements. And then there are people like, can you add 10 more achievements? I'm like, nope. No, I cannot do it. I'm so sorry. My body is having a physical reaction to that. That reminds me of my frustration with setting up Discord bot. Yeah. Yeah, the infuriating part is, I think, because Valve is not an indie company. I mean, they might be independent, who knows? But they have so much money. Please just fix this one interface, guys. In a web UI, there's a whole bunch of fields you can fill in, but it remembers only one where you press save. For some reason, can't just save everything you put in. Yeah, the entire Steam workspace is broken. I can't even be button navigating anymore. I have like 15 bookmarks for every page I want to check. That's hilarious, dude. Oh my god, that is hilarious. Yeah, so this is the thing. Whenever somebody asks me, is it difficult to put your games on Steam? I'm like, no, it's very easy. You just pay $100 and that's basically it. Right? You can do it. The problem is Valve just does whatever they want. Yeah. No, I'm just, you know, I accept this broken interface. I'm pretty sure that this part of the interface is probably still written in Perl or whatever. What about HIO? HIO is really, really cool. No, I really like HIO. HIO is so cool because you can just update it and you can just do whatever the hell you want. There is no, I mean, frankly, there are no achievements on HIO, which, by the way, would be really cool. Like, I would like to have HIO to have achievements. But yeah, this is not the reality. No, HIO is really nice. Issue is that it really doesn't matter because it's still worth being on their platform. Absolutely, yeah. And the Valve knows this. I think Valve absolutely knows this, and that is why the achievements interface is still the way it is. Because they are still the best on the block. The best kid on the block. So HIO is really good. Let me look for its full name. Okay. Now I also tried to upload a game on the Epic Game Store, and my god, the interface is a bit nicer, I would say. But you cannot just. Thank you for the follow, Pablo. You cannot just upload a game without achievements. You are forced to have achievements in the game. I don't know if this is still the case, but last time I tried to upload a game on Epic Games Store, it was like, oh, you are required to use the Epic Games achievement system. And I'm like, I cannot be bothered. I'm sorry. Maybe next time. Nobody's gonna like screw Steam. I'm going to GOG because with this achievement UI. Exactly. You just accept it and bite the bullet. And still give them 30% of your sales. Good old games. Yeah. GOG.com is, so from what I heard, first of all, you cannot just upload a game. You have to go through a review process, so not every game is allowed on GOG. GOG is very picky about what games are allowed on their platform. So you can apply, but you might not get picked, which is good and bad, you know. On the other hand, even if you do get picked, I've heard that the sales on GOG are they just pale in comparison to Steam. It's just, yeah, you can try to get on there, but Steam is still where the main money is coming from. I'm off, have a nice stream, which everybody a great weekend. Thank you very much, T-Bag, for hanging out with us again. And I also wish you a nice weekend, T-Bag. Thanks for the quick infos and not so quick infos. Learning something new every day. That's good to know. 20 people using Epic Games Store must be very sad they don't get to play for in Despair. Exactly. Exactly. I made achievements for my coming itch demo, but it's basically just, if not Steam, show native achievement function. There we go. Notification. Yeah, that is, okay. And this is another reason why you should have another layer. Like have your own achievement system. Because if you ever want to release it on Switch, you also don't have achievement. But you still want to give the player the functionality of the achievements because it's already there, right? So have your own layer of the achievements, have your own interface for your own achievements. So even when your game is running on a system where there are no external achievements, like the Switch, then the player still has almost like the same experience. And why would you throw that away? Because you've already coded it, right? Let me see if... Okay, inventory is not working right now. Where did I put this? Oh, this is in the... Okay. Show. Reset booleans. I'm gonna throw it in there. No, maybe not. God damn it. Isn't there a function that gets called every time? Set background. Display cards. By the way, have you seen the Xbox Godot thing? No, what? What happened there? I have not followed the announcements at all. Like I've seen the God of War or Wife of War announcement. But other than that, I'm pretty much still in the dark. Building Xbox game with Godot. Oh yeah, Checknick, by the way, you asked about the Godot meetup. I am there on Monday. I am going to be there. And I think like if the weather is alright, I'm gonna stream for the Godot meetup again. Like I'm gonna walk to the meetup again. So if you want, Checkneck, you can be a part of that again. If you have time. Starting at around 4 p.m. again. I've been thinking about other stores, but one probably needs new art assets, connect to a new API, separate builds to upload and manage. A lot of work if I then get like 2% of my sales from there. Exactly, yeah. So this is pretty much what happens to you when you release the game on Steam, but also have a Mac build and a Linux build. Like the Mac and Linux are like 1 or 2% of your sales, which is good if you like have Unity or whatever, where the Mac build and the Linux build is basically free. Like I'm still doing it, but at some point it's like, whew, you might actually have time, nice. But yeah, other stores, I don't know. It is like if you can get on a store where there aren't a lot of other games, so maybe Maybe that way you can get some additional revenue. I tried that. I tried to release my games on the Atari console. The latest one, Atari console. I don't know what it's... I forgot what it was called. What is it called? Oh, it's just called Atari 2600, yeah. No, that's not it. Atari has made a new console like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And like Cat and Betty is there and Tournament as well. And I have oh, there it is. Atari VCS, there it is, yeah. I have an Atari VCS at home and I released my games there because I thought that people getting this console, they want games because there aren't a lot of games on there. And in total, I got like, I don't know, maybe not even $200. So even that is like, oh yeah, that's just a Steam sale event, right? I don't know. Like the guy at the Gamedev meetup who made a game for Apple Vision. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes 3 people got the console, exactly. It's just very hard, yeah. The amount of time required sometimes, I don't know, it's hard to say. Anyway, introducing Xbox Godot. Open source lightweight, lower the barrier to bring games to Xbox. Oh, with the Microsoft GTK. The Xbox Godot sample is now a public source only reference at GitHub. So you can build your title for Xbox on PC without leaving the engine. Wait a minute. Covers a substantial portion of what a Godot game developer needs to build for Xbox on PC. That's really cool. So it makes it easy to eventually publish it on Xbox. Is that right? Because that is huge. That is really good. Having more builds is basically exponential more work. Absolutely, dude. Because every patch and update now has to be built and uploaded for each platform basically every single time. Exactly. Yeah. For the past 2 games, this worked because I was done with the games. You know, I didn't want to update anymore anyways. But you have to have a game that is done, that you don't want to touch anymore, because then it's okay. Then you're like, okay, I want to experiment porting this to another platform or publishing this somewhere else, because I'm not doing any more support for this game anyways. Then it's okay, I think, because then you can just experiment and see what is going to happen. You can basically milk your own product. That's what I'm saying. It's like you put on the sales hat and you're like, okay, where else can we put this product to at least get a few more $100 out of this, you know? Just squeeze it a little bit more. Squeeze out the last few drops. You can do that, like for example, if your game has already been on Steam for like 2 years, right? And then you can think about these options where it's like, oh yeah, I can try putting it on GOG because it has received a lot of really cool reviews. I can try putting it on Epic Game Store. I can try putting it on the Atari VCS. But yeah, not when you're still, you know, in active development or still want to provide patches for it, because that is a nightmare. Especially on consoles. I wanted to have an update for Cat and Betty for after it was already released on consoles, and I asked my friend, I'm like, I have an idea for a Halloween event. Can I send you the patch? And he's like, no. I'm not doing updates on consoles. I'm sorry. There's just so much that goes into that. Yeah. That's how I understand it. Still needs work, but they try and make it easier for Godot devs to get the games on Xbox. That is really, really good. Yeah, that is really good. Because that is one thing that still keeps me away from Godot. The fact that if I want to release it on consoles, there is a bit more of a hurdle for me than compared to Unity. In regards to Linux, it's tough because like my game seems to run great on Proton. Not sure if it's worth the hassle. Mac is even worse as someone who doesn't have a Mac device. Right. But here's the thing. So for Linux, Steam Deck is Linux, right? So you might have, and I don't know how demanding your game is, but you might have a better result if you still provide a native Linux build for that. And for Mac on Steam is very easy because normally if you want to release on Mac, you have to have it notarized. You have to have an Apple developer account to do that. And to go through all of these hoops and additional payments and stuff like that. But for some reason, you can, like, I don't know, Valve must have a separate contract with Apple or something like that. But for some reason, you can just upload a Mac build onto Steam and it runs fine. Everything is fine. It is not like giving the people a notification that it's not notarized or whatever. It just works. So you might just want to try it, upload the Linux and the Mac builds, and you can also just ask me to test all of this, or maybe there are other people in your community as well who have devices, but it's not as it is pretty straightforward, I would say. I think you can just try, like maybe just with the demo and see how it goes. I don't know. But it is literally, in most cases, it is literally just built for Linux, built for Mac, and built for Windows. Just click 3 buttons, and that's it. That is really it. You just need the different depots for the operating systems, and that's it. Steam makes it very easy. Anyway, we have an arrow pointing at events, yes. And I just wanted to see hide arrows, show or study. Set close button, set background, elevate inventory, hide session UI, hide cards UI, hide card slots. Okay, I think I'm gonna set UI button pick function. Do I want to do it here? When do I put it? Zoom in out. Show for study. Reset booleans. I think I'm just gonna put it here. Everybody look away. This is really ugly. This is extremely ugly. But here it is. But yeah, platform troubles. And the question whether it's worth it. I think for my next game, I'm gonna try and do what the people did for, what is it called? Forbidden Solitaire. Forbidden Solitaire, I don't know how long it took, but it didn't take as long as you might think. And Grey Alien Games. Grey Alien Games, they had a blog post recently where they said they focused on making the game as high quality as possible in short amount of time as possible. And you know what they did? They cut localization. Their game is only available in English. This is what made the release possible in a shorter time frame, which is so interesting to me. I don't know if this was a good idea on their part or not, but it paid off, it paid off. So I don't know, maybe having localization at the start. I mean, some people say it is a very good idea because it's a multiplier for your Steam launch. The more sales, the better. I don't know, maybe if you focus in on only English, it can also work. I'm not really sure. It's just a very interesting standpoint. Very curious. You can extremely ugly, but you didn't see Liz crash out on the last one-shot stream. What? Okay, let's see. Oh, end turn. Oh, because it said this is extremely ugly and look away. All right. What happened in the crash out? What happened? Isn't localization something you can screw in at a later time? It is very hard to do after the fact, after launch, Renopunk. If your game is not set up for localization from the beginning, you're gonna have a very hard time doing that. You're gonna have a very hard time just tacking it on afterwards. And the reason is, like for example, I have a Text Mesh Pro here, right? And in my case, it is localized because I'm using i2 localization plugin, where I can have this this component here, and it automatically translates it to what I have, right? Now imagine having this for every piece of text in the game. You have to do this for every text in the game, and if you're doing this from the beginning, then you're saving a lot of time. And you have, imagine how many hard-coded strings you have in your code, and you have to replace all of them. So adding localization after having already launched the game is an enormous task. It is a crippling task. It is insane. Like, I would always build a game with localization in mind, even if you only have one language. Like, at least to have the strings separated from code and have it in a separate file, right? In an Excel sheet. Because that alone is already worth the trouble. But yeah, it is a lot of work. A lot more work in assist late than early. Yes, you totally can, but it's technically easy to prepare a ground load during development. Absolutely, Nixon Ali. How's Andreas Rönnberg recently, or Rumpel? I haven't talked to him in a while, but on Instagram he posts regular updates about his upcoming game, so I think he's just working on it. It could end up requiring a bunch of refactoring and restructuring if you didn't consider localization first. Yes, might have to go through the game and add a component on 3000 text objects. Exactly. I feel like the better option might be to add a system but wait with the translations, because that could always do later. Yeah, I would do it the same way. Like I'm considering doing it for my next project, where I have the system in place, I have the Excel sheet, but maybe wait until, you know, the game is completely done and all of the patches are in. And because even right now for Fate and Despair, every patch I do, I have to contact all of my localizers again and be like, I added 3 new words. I added 1 new sentence. Can you and then they're like, yeah, but this is gonna cost you €2. And I'm like, okay, I will send you the €2. It's so weird. Like, you know that feeling, exactly. In the future, I think I would do it when the idea is validated and I've decided to actually make the game. Yeah. Excuse me. I'm so sorry to bother you, my friend, but I have 5 more strings, and I tried it with ChatGPT, but you know, it responded in Klingon. So, can you help me one more time, please? And then it's really awkward, because then you're like, yeah, it's just 5 strings, I will do it. But if you keep doing that, it's like, okay, how many times did you just want 5 strings now? I think it now costs $1,000. Okay. Here again. It always feels so bad. Like, even every time I feel like I'm done with the patch and I send them a huge list, I'm like, yes, this is a huge chunk. I feel good about this. I'm like, can you help me one more time? Of course, I will pay for it. And then they're done with the work. And then I realized I forgot one word or something like that. I'm like, shit. What am I gonna do now? It's like, oh, excuse me, I still have this one entry. And I forgot to copy it over. Wink. I'm so sorry. Oh, I don't know. Awkward. Okay, this should open now. Yeah, it's hidden now. That's good. Wait a minute. Abandon? No. Save and quit. Continue. The error does not appear. Ah, because of the cutscene, yeah. Wait a minute. Does it mean the... No, it does not appear because we're not in the first run anymore. Okay. Gotta get ready, but I will be lagging for a bit. Alright. I wish you a nice stream, Chubby. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. Always a pleasure. Okay. I'm gonna try it one more time. Start the game. Start. And then I'm going to check if it is working here. That's good. This is all inventory. What about the battle log? Battle log is still here, okay. Battle logs, yes. Show. Let me hide the arrows as well. Good. Well, now that all the localization talk is over, time to announce the reason of List crash on the last stream. Okay. Oh my god. What happened? What happened, Nixonati? Dum da dum dum da dum dum dum. Oh my god, I need to make more music. It was a recipe of an instant coffee toast, which is literally a burnt toast with instant coffee sprinkled on it. Okay. There was a clip, but it's like 10 minutes. Oh my god, that's too long. I can watch it after the stream if you want. Okay, opening the battle log now. And it's gone. Cool. I still need to make that. Alright, I think this is done. We have an arrow pointing at something. Hope that it removes some of the confusion some people have. That's good. I will drop a link afterwards. Alright. Alright. The answer page and the buttons one can see. So this is what Rennerpunk also said. If you are in inventory, and again, I saw this at the event. I saw so many funny things at the event. And yeah. I'm going to address them. Arschut sagt, ja genau. Also shown me heißt es in Austrian. Arschut sagt. Gesagt. So this button here, I come from web development, okay? In the web development you have paginators. Paginators to indicate the amount of pages, and if you only have one page, there's only one paginator. So what I'm gonna do is, if there's only one page, I'm gonna remove this, because at the event I also saw somebody clicking on that. So we're gonna hide that when it's only one page. And that is what Renderpunk also pointed out in the past. Paginator. Paginator. Display paginator, there you go. Page native is active. Display pages. Okay. Oh my god, is this only one function? Is this only one function? Because that is really good. Because then we can say if it's only one, we cannot, and that counts for everybody. Oh my god. I just realized that I'm such a nitpicky prick. Oops, all ads. Be right back, guys. All right. How are you all doing on this beautiful rainy Friday? Yesterday it was too hot, but today is nice. Okay, set up circles. It instantiates a circle every time. Oh my god, that is actually not good. If we have total pages, where is it coming from? New total pages. Ah, okay, we already have the total pages. If total pages equals or is smaller or equal than 1, we will say hide circles, show circles, hide, and return. And that's it. Loving to see smart is real nice. In the evenings, I trigger my friend Sparta. It's just 5-minute walk away from my home. Wait, is that what you're working for? The bar with the social media thing? Listen to chill music, nice. Okay, I think this is fixed now. If it only has one page, there's no more dot. But if it has 2 pages, there is a dot. Cool. Amazing. Does this work for blessings as well? Yeah, there's no more dot. Nice. Easy fix. Works for everything. I love it. No more confusion. No more confusion about this dot. Why is there one single dot there? Excuse me. They hooked me up with temporary job until I still one. Oh yeah. Makes for a nice summer job, honestly. That's really cool. Wait, are you also making like reels and stuff like that? Journal needs to be animated. Yes. Only after day 1, could even hide the button until then. Okay, I'm gonna hide the boss rush mode. I'm gonna hide the button until you have at least played 1 run. I think that will really help. Here's another thing that I saw. I saw people start a run. And then they clicked on game mode and changed it to boss rush and then clicked start. Which is perfectly fine, you know, but probably not as beginner friendly. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hide this button. Side button game mode. I'm gonna hide it and only display it when you're more experienced. That's what I'm gonna do. Boss rush is unlocked from the very beginning. I know, right? Insane. It's insane. I love filming and editing and it benefits my friend's business, so it's all things I love. Nice. Nice. Game mode, is that linked anywhere? That's the real question. Deck background, journal background, button side deck, side button game mode. There it is. Back to a run creator. Button side game mode. Okay, let me yeah, show if is good. If first run. Wait, how do I do this? Card game manager. Get game state. No, I don't have a game state here. Run statistics. Wait, statistic manager. Run statistics. Meta statistics. There it is. Total runs equals 0. Then we would say set active. Game object set active is false. I don't think that's enough though. I don't think that's enough. If bad make great, oh. If bad make great again. Yesterday I ended up downloading torrents despite paying for Prime. These services keep getting worse and worse, man. Absolutely. I mean, you just downloaded a torrent, so if you just download a torrent file, that's not illegal. Anyways, But yeah, the service is. I don't know. Every time I look at the Prime Video store because I'm in the mood for watching a movie. It is just so aggravating. Just give me a list of new releases, please. Arguably, the interface for what is it called, the Apple Music Store or the Apple Store, like the program is very old at this point. But because it's very old, it is also simpler. And you just have the top 10 movies that are currently being watched. And then you can click on that link and you have all of the movies like in order of popularity. And that is all I want. That is all I want. I wanted to watch Clark Logan's Farm. We started watching it. 50 minutes in, 2 minutes and 30 ad for service you're already paying for. 5 minutes of ads and 40 minutes of episodes. That is insane. You're already paying Prime. What are they doing? But I remember that they were equally as annoying for Amazon Music. Like we have an Alexis, not saying the actual name, and every time we listened music through it, there was, can you play this album in shuffle? And then she answered, oh yeah, I can do that if you pay for Amazon Music. I'm like, for shuffle? Okay. Okay, Amazon. Okay, Jeff. All right. Button side. Game mode. Is that... What is that? Is the UI button? Oh, that is the UI button. Beautiful. Thank you, Past Philip. Enabled. Disable. Button. There we go. I end up just going back to Streamio and streaming Torment. Oh my god. Else. I think enable button does the exact same. What does enable button do? It does exactly what I want. Nice. Past Philip gets a coding Oscar. I really love that I live in a country that is not exploring ads on mainstream platforms. Spotify used to be ad-free for such a long time. Wow. Yeah. The ad-pocalypse. Yeah, that's gonna be... didn't they add ads to ChatGPT now? Or something like that? Ads are everywhere. There it is. Clean and simple. I'm going to start a run. And I'm going to return. Yes. And I know what to click now, which is very good. Abandon a run. Starting. There it is. Okay. Cool. That was very helpful. After one run. I don't need to put that in the patch notes, I guess. It is what it is. I just received a response from VPS hosting I was using previously in regards that my German server was still not active and it wasn't even an answer to the question. They just said our support is currently overloaded. Please wait for when our team is able to respond. My message was over a week ago. Oh my god, those poor guys. This is something Jacknaga is working on. Yes, the active needs to be animated. Okay. Pressing from saving quit. Despite not having that. I might just be able to hide it. Let me see. Oh, this is actually very easy. I might just go with that. Yeah, so the first one was oh yeah, confirm actions toggle retro button redraws immediately. That's weird. Let's try that. I think I understand why. They basically lost most of the structure from the looks of it and probably can accommodate everyone with whatever they have left. Yeah. It's a sad world. It is very sad. Confirm actions, redraw. Face, yeah. That is who I am. Options, general, confirm actions. Redraw indeed happens immediately. My God. My God. Wow. Redraw button, display redraw price, hide redraw, there it is. Now I want to have an undo. Show undo button, display undo, action undo. Set confirm selection button. Action undo confirm. I'm gonna say redraw confirm. Public void redraw. Redraw button. No. Now that I think about it, having no foreign as is good and all, but we're still tied to the +7 phone numbers, just like Russia. And most websites, like HP, think that we're accessing it from Russia prompting messages, so it's not available in your country. What? Oh my God. Transform undo button, transform Euler angles. We want the redraw button, transform Euler angles, please. But only if once confirmation. So if player wants confirmation actions, then we're going to do this. Otherwise, action redraw confirm. Okay, but here's the thing. I need to copy this over because it is yeah. It is what it is. It is what it is. You could make a function out of that, Marsheep. Marsheep, you could make a function of that. Downloading genuine drivers for HP computers and laptops is a thing of the past now. Wow. I remember a time when I did that as an IT administrator. I had a treasure trove of drivers lying around, ready for all of the devices. That was good times, fun times. If I have to two-factor authenticate or put in a password at work once more time today, I'm gonna lose my shit. That smiley face at the end. Okay, let's see if that is fixed now. That is a very good find, by the way. Surrender Punk. Very good find. Continue. Is confirm action still on? Yes. There it is. Ba-ting. Oh. The error persists through age and time. Glad to have you on team. You make me think of that photo of small rabbit with inscription, I'm at my very limit on the top. True. It made me think of the meme where I'm not sure if I can find it. Yeah, there it is. She never had to get a code from your authenticator app. There it is. To be a cow. Okay. It needs to hide retro button. Hide undo. Action undo confirm. Hide confirm. There it is. Action retro confirm. All right. Alrighty then. Let's see if the error goes away when I press enter. Never have I wanted to be a cow so bad. Just imagine you just walk around pastures and moo. Yes, exactly. You never have to scan a QR code in your life to authenticate. Never have to do stand-ups. Never have to do retros. You just exist, you know? Oh no. Okay. Let me abandon the run. That's great. Did you know that Discord is just a glorified Chrome browser? I'm certain I was aware of it at some point, but I lost this knowledge the longer I lived. And so is Slack, yeah. It's all just Chromium. Also shipped with their own browser. Did you know that the start menu is also just that? Basically. I don't know if why they all run like shit now. Yes, probably. 11 start menu is just an electron app. Is that true? See? The start menu of Windows 11 is an entire Electron, but much of it relies heavily on web technologies like React Native and React. Why? Why do that? Let's be positive. Let's be positive. World is beautiful. Microsoft is perfect. Yep. Oh my god. Wasn't it even... yeah, even Atom. Wait a minute. The Atom code app. No, program. I know it doesn't exist anymore, but... No, not Atmo. Atom. The text editor, yes. I think this was also just a web app, basically. Yeah. It was a desktop application built with HTML, JavaScript, CSS, and Node.js. It runs on Electron. Yeah, Atom was the same. Atoms are made on Chromium now? Yes. Let's be positive. Oh. No. Let's not be positive. No. Let me click on this. Enter. Okay, this works. This is okay. Passed. I already moved it over here. Right? Yes. Cool. I'm jealous of my friends who just play games whole day. I'm not. At the end of the day, I don't know. It's at the end of the day. I mean, yeah. If you are happy with that, I cannot be happy with that. I don't know. When I do that, I'm not happy at the end of the day, and that is because it's because of the pain and pleasure balance. It means they have a lot of free time, yeah. But if you had a lot of free time, 8, you wouldn't play games. You would make games, right? So there's a difference, I assume. I kind of miss the time when I had the ability to play games all day. I would say yes and no. I would say yes and no. I don't know. I'm going to add regeneration to the inventory, and then we're gonna figure out why the background is not as long as it should be. We are all workaholics here, absolutely. If you can make yourself addicted to that, that's probably a better outcome for you. I don't know, maybe. Not that I would play all day if I had the time, but it would certainly be a relaxing experience. I don't know, maybe I'm just too old for that. I don't know, it feels like wandering around in the world is more exciting. But that maybe just because I'm old or getting old. If I had to choose, I would say, you know what? Traveling. Probably more interesting or more fun. I don't know. Aren't we about the same age? Come on. I'm just saying. I'm still playing Slay the Spire 2, by the way. For hours and hours on end. We're still not past, we have still not beaten E10. Okay, regeneration. Hop into the inventory, please. Gotta say though, the same guys who play whole days are also in their mid-30s and don't amount to much, and will probably work until they're 90. Exactly, see? I mean, we are all going to work until we're 90, let's be honest. Whether we play games all day or not. Defense type. Regeneration. Add to my inventory. Oh. Yes. I don't want confirmations anymore. Thank you very much. Give me regeneration on this one, and wait. That's fine. I'm going to redraw. I don't think I would survive to my 90s. No, it's pessimistic, just realistic. Yeah, the sad truth is that a man, a man's average age is about 72, right? Yeah, that sounds right. Sounds about right. Being in the 80s even sounds like such a hassle burden. Yeah, that's... What is that? Oh my god, I saw this. This is so cool. The whole office is taking a cybersecurity course because I thought I had won an iPhone. This is so good. I love this so much. I've seen everything, let me off this crazy ride. Yeah, maybe that's the energy that we will have when we are at that age. Yeah, maybe. I've tried everything. I've seen everything. Just get me off this hellhole. Maybe then we're actually ready. Yeah, that's true. I'm tempted to rename regeneration to regen. Guys, I think I'm just gonna do it. You know why? It's called regen in Final Fantasy VII, and it's called regen in Slay the Spire 2. How about that? I might just rename it to regen. Because it's shorter, and I like short things. Let's see, I have 15 mentions of regeneration. Can't argue with that, see? I don't care about the other languages, but it can still be Regeneration in German, I don't know. But in English, Slay the Spire and Final Fantasy VII are the gold standard. And I will adhere to the gold standard. Wait a minute. Regeneration is going to be called Regent. Regenerated. It's not in the game anyway, it's fine. Generation. There you go, regen. Oh my god, I love it. Bestows regen. Regeneration. And it's gone. That was easy. you can still see the old one if you switch to German. That's fine. It's more of a slang, alright. I just want to be able to be self-employed and not have to do 9 to 5 by the time I'm 40. Maybe that is in your cards, Ed. I have a game studio. I would not have a game studio. I've seen people that have like one really successful title and then they just, hire people and make a game studio and then it all falls apart. So what I would do is just keep making games with as few people as possible. Like, I mean, collaboration is fine, right? Just, pay people once and that's it. For the exact same thing that you want to have. But it's much less stress and you can just, work on your own things. And your opinion is what matters. You don't have to fight with other people about who is in the right and who is in the wrong. Yeah, I've talked to people who have like bigger studios, even like 10 people or whatever. You might think you're happy, but they just want to make games, but all they have to do is manage people. So it is a trade-off. In German, it's Regenerationen. It's Regeneration. Yeah. But do you like shorts or you're more of a briefs guy? I'm more of a shorts guy. That works in Russian too. Yeah. Okay. We can. I can update it in Russian, but maybe Nixonal will take a look at that. In German, everything in German ends with nen. It's a rule of the internet. Nen. Aha. Aha. I'm gonna save this, and then I'm going to do this and this. Oh, oh shit! It diverted. Undo. I'm going to do this instead. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Renderpunk said that the icon was lost. Why did Renderpunk say that? I mean, why did Renderpunk see that? Let's see. Regeneration lost its icon. Ah! This is because it was healed by regeneration. I see. So that is an interesting find. So whenever you get healed by regeneration, okay. I'm going to close the game now. I'm going to import the asset again. Passen wir der Gunan? Ich bringe der Fudern? No, wait. No. I do not accept this as German. Whenever you get all the changes in the spreadsheet for me to do all the localization stuff. Yeah, exactly. I was thinking about doing that. Okay. I was thinking about doing that relatively soon. Maybe next week. Okay. Whenever you status effects, clear status effects, reduce status effects, reset cards. Okay, reduce or invoke status effects. Here we go. If it is regeneration, heal. And then it says damage source status effect is this. Which then should show a card event, yes. Show background is false. That is cool. Why false? Why false? Huh. Also, why is there... Okay, how do you show the icon then? You just made me realize. Soon TM, exactly. I gotta look how localization works in Unreal, yeah. I assume they have a system out of the box, right? Right. I don't want to pull everything from variables and redo the whole UI structure again. Exactly, yeah. Localization is always something you gotta figure out as soon as possible because you will spend a lot of time otherwise. And you will get at least one gray hair. Always, like, even if you're not having more languages, at least a separation of having the variables and stuff like that in a separate place entirely and not have any hard-coded strings, already worth it, right? Planning all languages. All languages, 8? All! Planning all languages. All languages. I like that. I like that so much. I'm planning all languages. Damn it. Why can't I be the one to have all languages in my game? Why are you making fun of me? I'm gonna have all languages in my game, even if it's the last thing I do. The Tower of Power game. Yeah. The last time I saw somebody adding all languages to the game was for Dicey Dungeons. I think, like, let's see, how many languages does this support? 19. There's Catalan, there's Arabic, Irish, and Welsh. To be fair, I don't know. I think there's another one added to this game that was a little more obscure. Maybe it's so obscure that it cannot even be displayed in Steam. But you know, Irish in Welsh is pretty. That's pretty. It's only like 3 people on Steam. Anyway, African 10 people drive with the best string. I'm coming for you. Are there any games that support dead languages? I don't know. I think there are still there's still games that come with French, so I would say yes. Minecraft perhaps? Probably. I don't think there's a game that supports Latin. I mean, there probably is, let's be honest. I don't know what you mean, Nixon, earlier. I didn't call out anyone. I don't know what you mean. I don't know where this is coming from, guys. Reduce status. Okay. Invoke status effects. Invoke status effects. But what about inflict poison? Where does the icon come from? Oh. Wait. Shadow, yes. Get status effect of type. Show card event. Show card event for status effect. Okay, we might have to do the same thing. Show card event for status effect. Yeah. Okay, let's do that. Heal. Yes. Okay, here we go. If damage source status effect is not null. Oh my god, this is great. Show card event for status event. Status name. Damage source status effect name. Sprite, what? Start effect number. Type. We might, wait. Get, no, that's not from, wait. Eigenschaften, nur Methoden anzeigen. Origin Card. Save State. Status effect number. Status effect, let's see. Local get, to translated text, there it is. Nice. And then we have the damage event. Else, show the regular card event. There it is. Oh my god, this was a that was a trip around the world inside the code. The active day in the channel needs to be animated. Yes. Study hide upgrade preview. It's Technic is gonna take a look at that. A long target ever. This is a long time coming. I'm really looking forward to that. Pressing escape in the journal prompts the saving grid. Yes, but yeah, this is the regeneration. Lost its icon and drop shadow. Let's see if this is working now. I'm on it. He's like, what? My name is mentioned. I'm on it. Stop calling me out. Stop it. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Blessing. Continue. We don't need that anymore. Whenever this is regenerated, it should now have an icon. Oh, unless it dies. Unless it dies, I guess. Let's put that up again. Wait, where's my regen? There it is. You're free to move creatures. Thank you very much. Thank you. 7 is exactly... Okay, this is better. Please let me see the regen. There it is. Regen. But there's no icon. There is no icon. Add stars effect icon to text. Yeah. Wait a minute. Oh, hold on 1 second. To string. Effect type to string. Type to string. There we go. This should be it. Do all cards have the same max level? That is a good question. So the max level is currently being determined how many slots a card has, right? But it only counts until chapter 3 and does not count if you keep playing in endless mode. In endless mode, you can keep updating the cards forever. There's no max level. But the max level is basically if you have 5 slots, then it should have reached the max level. I think there is a function for that even, where it says... No, probably not. I might imagine it, but I feel like there could be a function for that. It is, yeah, it should be about the slots. I might misremember something, but it is basically about the slots. If you're still in the regular run, like if you're in the, chapter 1, 2, and 3, then it checks for, do you have 5 slots? Then you are at max level. I think there is, but maybe I haven't found it yet. Maybe there should be a function though, yeah. Exactly. Okay, let's try it again. There it is! There it is, guys. Regen has an icon and a background. I don't know why I speak like the Half-Life announcer. That's really cool. So I need to check for level and for chapter, and if chapter 3, then it should show again, right? Yes, exactly. If it's... you can also just check if it is endless. Like there is a function for... is endless run. Yeah. In card manager you can check for is endless run, and then it should just be allowed. Maybe that's the easy one. Because if it's not an endless, then it's, it's capped at the slot limit. If it is endless, then it's not capped at the slot limit. I think this makes sense. But alright, we have this done as well. Have I already added it to the done section? Yes. No. Where is it? Ah, there it is. Cool. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is it for me today. I will be back on Monday. Remember, on Monday is going to be the next Godot meetup, so there's going to be an IRL stream if the weather allows, and maybe with Jack Knack, we will see. We will see. So there's going to be like a 2-hour IRL stream on Monday, and I think a regular stream on Wednesday and on Friday. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, super productive stream today. I agree. We're going to raid Crumble of Parks. I have no idea. We're going to raid him and bring some good vibes over there. I wish you all a great weekend. And again, thank you very much for hanging out with me. It's always a pleasure to have you all here. Have a nice weekend and enjoy your rest. Enjoy your life. Be good to each other. Goodbye.